Hello ladies, it's Susan. I have the first card here to share with you for the Special Reason Bundle to Go, and we're going to use the Irresistibly Floral Designer Series paper to create this fun background. And we're going to cut some flowers and we're going to build it all up, and it's going to be super cool. I'm using Watermelon Wonder, which is one of the retiring colors of In Colors. I'll be sad to see it go, but we'll have some new fun colors coming in. So let's move on. So here we go. This is the card we're going to make. Here's the kit. It looks like a lot of pieces, but don't worry. So we've got our envelope. We're going to have a black card base, so we're going to line it with white, and then we're going to build up our face. So we've got Watermelon Wonder and the Irresistible, and I picked the one that has the crisscross pattern on it. You're going to stamp and cut 2 of the leaves. You're going to stamp and cut 2 flowers, and you're going to cut, for the black, you're going to first cut the intricate flower, and then you're going to cut it a second time with the outline, so that you'll get an outlined flower. So that's why you have all these pieces. And then, to top all that off, you've got this piece to build your banner, and I gave you enough to do 2 in case you don't like the way it comes out the first time. So a little extra cardstock there. Okay, so that was a quick run through. So let's start with the background paper, the Irresistible. So I'm going to open up my Watermelon Wonder, and I'm using a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to ink that on stamp pad, and then I'm just going to rub it on my paper, and it's going to color the white. And it's irresistible because it's already got a white embossed pattern on it. And when we're done getting the ink on here, now you can go light, you can go dark, you can put some dark splotches on it. However you want to do it. Most of it's going to get covered up, so we're really just adding color to color. But when you're done sponging it, now you can sponger it, you can brayer it, you can dauber it. Whatever tool you have to apply ink to paper, you go right ahead and use it. Now I'm using an ordinary tissue. And we're just going to rub off the extra ink and reveal that white emboss that we started with. So it's an emboss resist, but it's done for us, which is kind of a fun shortcut. Okay, so our white shows through again. So now let's go ahead and mount these up, and we'll get some pieces out of our way. So first I'm going to mount that piece onto the full Watermelon Wonder. And that one's going onto our basic black. Okay, we'll flip that over so we get that stuck down good and solid. Okay, so there's our base. So now you're going to stamp and cut with these 2 flowers. So I'm going to stamp in the pink Watermelon Wonder. So I got one. Then I'll do another one. And if you want them lighter, just stamp it off. Okay, so then I take my Big Shot, and I'm going to use the 2 frames that are open, and you can line that up on your Big Shot. Pretty easy to figure out. Okay, and you're going to run that through, and you're going to end up with 2 cut out flowers. Okay, so then after you do that, you're going to take your black pieces, okay, and first you're going to cut the intricate flower out of the black pieces. And after you cut the intricate flower, then go back and put the same piece in. You're going to take this one off and you're going to put this one on. So let's pretend. Okay, I've cut the one and it's in there, pieces, and then this one is just going to fit around that on my black. I'll run it through again, and that's when it reveals the whole flower. Okay, so you're going to do that for both of the black pieces, and you'll end up with a big flower and a little flower. Now, when you start popping all those pieces out, I tried really hard to reserve my centers. Okay, and that's going to come in handy when we start adhering the flowers to the card. So that's a little trick, is to try to save those centers. Now for the tag. First, I'm stamping with the outline stamp the shape of our tag. Okay? And then I have our words lined up on this black. This one says, "Happy birthday, wishing you a beautiful day." And I'm going to do that in basic black for a little contrast to the border. Hopefully I get that in there the way I want it. If not, I've got another one to try, but I did. Okay, and then you're going to take that to the Big Shot and you'll put this die around it and trim that out. Okay, so this time we're only using the big frame to cut out our tag. And I've done that, so we've got that. So then you've got this piece of green, which is garden green, and you're going to go ahead and stamp 2 leaves. Now I'm using the stamp that just does the veins of the leaf, and then you take this die and take it to your Big Shot, and you're going to line up. You can see it's got these little ridges on the leaf, so you're going to line up your lines with your ridges and trim that out. And you're going to end up with 2 cute leaves. So, now we've got all our pieces for the front. So here's how I put mine together. You obviously can put it together any way you want to, but this is the way I put it together. First, I nailed down my tag, and I decided I wanted my tag kind of off to the side and right there. Okay, then I decided that my 2 pink flowers I wanted on dimensionals. Because they're solid, I want to pop them up a little bit. So I'm going to put those on dimensionals. And as you can see, I put my dimensionals kind of in the center of them because I may find that I want to tuck my other elements under their edges. So I'm going to go ahead and put big flower here, trying not to hide my words, and I'm going to put a little flower offset there. So now I've also got a big black and a big green, big black and a little black, sorry, not green. So first I'm going to go ahead and put my leaf down. Now you can use snail or you can use a glue dot. At the moment snail's in my hand, so I'm going to use snail. So I'm going to put 1 leaf towards each, on each of those pink flowers. Okay, and then I am going to use glue dots. So now this is why these centers come in handy. So I'm taking my cutout flower, right, and I'm going to put a glue dot. This one I'm actually going to put 2 glue dots. So I got 1 off on that side, and I'm putting 1 off on this side of that center ring. Okay, pull up gently. They're pretty delicate. And then, so I've got 2 glue dots in there. I know that's hard to see. But then I'm just going to put this flower kind of in the background there, and because I've got my center, it's got a little cut tab on it so you can see how it fits in there. Just like a puzzle piece, put it back in, push it down. Okay, so now I've gotten rid of those sticky points, but my flower is attached to my card. So I'm going to do the same thing with the little one. This one probably only needs 1 glue dot. So I'm just catching it on the edge there, and then I'm going to sneak this one here, overlap on that tag a little bit, and that same little centerpiece. I'm going to fit that back in to, woo! Good. Popped, but I found it. Fit that back in. Center of that flower like a puzzle piece. Cover up that glue dot, and we've got it. So, there's that. So I've rebuilt the front of that card. There's the original, there's the new one I just showed you. So, kind of fun. Each one will be a little bit different. You of course could always build one on orientation this way and just put your tag the other way. So, you have fun with the way you want to put your elements together. Now I'm going to stamp the envelope with the small flower. I'm going to do 3 up here in the corner. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Gives that some fun festiveness. And then I'm also going to do on the inside, just along the edge on the bottom. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and snail that. And put that on the inside. So that you guys have a place to write your greeting. And that's it. So not too bad. It's got some intricate little pieces to it, but nothing that's over the top difficult. So I think everyone's going to have a good time with it. I hope you have a good time with it. Enjoy it, as this is the first card of 6 total to come. And I'm really excited. This set is retiring it's retiring altogether. They're not even bringing it back as separate items. So I'm glad you got it when you did, and we're going to have fun with it, even though we're saying goodbye to it technically from the catalog. We're going to still play with it, which is great. So until next time, and we do another card, happy stamping!